What is up YouTube, Joe here from Zephyrwargames. Now I'm bringing to you guys a deck update and profile for Shinegreymon. Now this is a deck that I have not played a lot for a long while, just because I've been focusing on a lot of other decks, as you can see on the channel. But Shinegreymon always been one that I'm always thinking about though in the back of my head, as well as helping out our fellow member Billy with his Shinegreymon list. So I'm always like keeping Shinegreymon on the mind because I do really enjoy this deck. I really do enjoy Shinegreymon overall playstyle and mechanic, as well as like just like burst evolution being so iconic and like locked to just so few decks. And I was really happy with the synergy that the new option Digital Gate Open gives to this deck, as it really just ups the speed and potential alongside the latest support that we got for Shinegreymon. That I really do think that it can now be good, at least a very good locals contender, and it's even been seeing some regional succession, getting some people even as much as 12th place with it, which is absolutely fantastic. So before I get into the profile, if you enjoy, give us a like and subscribe down below. Ding the notification bell, because if you enjoy person's content here on YouTube, you don't want to miss out on that content, and that notification bell helps prevent that. All the support is again greatly appreciated, and thank you guys all so much for doing so. So with all that's done, let's get into Shinegreymon. So I've gone for a yellow egg in the forms of the core one from BT23. This is purely on the idea and basis that I like to get the draw before I start swinging. And core one just essentially helps you do that. Every time your teammate suspends, once per turn you get to just draw a card, which is absolutely fantastic. And that's why we're playing 4 copies of this. We are then playing the main searcher rookie of the deck, which is 4 copies of still BT12 Agumon. This is still the best searcher in your deck, grabbing you both a Greymon piece and a Marcus Damon, and the inherent of minus 2000 DP when a tamer becomes suspended. We are then playing the second best rookie of the deck, which is 4 copies of BT13 Agumon. This allows us to during the main phase once per turn treat a Marcus Damon as a 3k Digimon, allowing us to get our swings off without paying the memory for the Marcus Damon's effect. For the last rookie, so we're playing just 2 copies of EX4 Agumon to give us a memory when we have a tamer at start of main, and a draw when a tamer gets suspended, and just 1 copy of the Hero Agumon from 21, allowing us to potentially warp into a Shinegreymon as long as we have meet the conditions, which is that of having either 3 hero trait tamers with different names on the board, or if your opponent just has a level 6 or higher Digimon, which is great. We don't get that effect off very often, but it's still nice to have in the deck as that form of option. Moving into now the best champion of the deck, which is now 4 copies of the BT23 Greymon. The reason now this is the best champion of the deck, and even though it was still really good, but in the combination with Digital Gate Open, we're now essentially paying no memory to go into a Rise Greymon, as we can just now promote this Greymon, use Digital Gate Open to play a tamer for cost minus a 4, that shares a color with a Digimon on the board. So because our Greymon is both red and yellow, we can just pop the gate open, play a Marcus Damon for nothing, which now will trigger this Greymon's all turns effect to evolve into a Rise Greymon for 0 memory when a Marcus Damon gets played. Absolutely fantastic. The inherent is also just giving your Rise Greymon plus 2000 DP, and in combination with the Rise Greymons that we have, we can start doing massive swings very, very quickly within the game. Absolutely fantastic Greymon. It's a mandatory now 4 of in the deck. I'm playing 2 1-ofs in the forms of 1 copy of BT12 Greymon and 1 copy of BT13 Greymon. The reason I'm only going for 1-ofs of these, which is our tamer players, is because I really want to try out 4 copies of BT23 Greymon. This is kind of like an homage to when I used to play Shinegreymon back in the day, utilizing the starter deck security Greymon. The idea is that because the game is become so heavy fast swings at the security. Like, you're essentially at some times in the game getting free checked like by turn 3. I like the idea of having a potential champion coming out of my security for free to either block further attacks, as this guy has blocker, or to, if it stays on the board, set up my retaliation play of being able to just then go straight away, promote Marcus Damon for 1 memory, swing, turn that this Geogreymon into a Rise Greymon, and I can start getting alliance checks and further security damages. This is the reason I'm going 4 copies of this. If you don't want to play this Geogreymon, which is completely understandable, as it only synergizes with Marcus Damon in the sense that it's a Greymon name to promote him, and it's a Greymon name you can evolve from. You can't use Marcus Damon to evolve this into, which in my opinion isn't exactly, you know, the end all be all. You can still just pay 2 memory, go into this, and then start swinging off. But it's something that I know a lot of people don't like, which in that case you just take this out and just bump that Geogreymon up to 4 memory, up to 4, and you can just start filling in further gaps from there. It's something I want to try out, something I'm trying out. I do really like the idea of this Geogreymon in the deck. Moving into the best ultimate now in the deck is just 4 copies of the BT21 Rise Greymon. The 21 support has been absolutely fantastic for this deck in terms of upping its speed and power play. This guy just literally gives you Marcus Damon's Rush, Alliance, and then, you know, if it has the standard main and inherent effect that if a tamer gets deleted, you can put Marcus in your security. This guy literally does it all, and it's an on-play effect, which is absolutely insane. So if you're literally bricking, if your board's been outed and you still got Marcus Damon on your board in your next turn, cool, just pay 7, promote Marcus Damon, swing, do like another triple check, which is absolutely bonkers. Absolutely fantastic. I would play 8 of it if I could, but unfortunately we can't. So we're playing 2 copies still of the BT13 Rise Greymon. It's another Marcus player, and Marcus put in security. And I'm still taking 1 copy of Rise Greymon X from BT9, as again another Marcus tamer but player, but also something you can use Marcus to evolve into, which is absolutely great. It's essentially acting as a pseudo mega with how big it can get. But it allows you to just get further DP minuses on things as well, so you can out problematic boards. Moving into the megas, we're playing 4 copies of the best Shinegreymon in the deck, which is still from BT12. I don't think they're ever going to be able to top this Shinegreymon. But it gives all your Marcus Damons additional security stat +1, which is insane, and further DPs minuses your opponent's security and Digimon on Digivolve. We're still playing 1 copy of BT21 Shinegreymon, just as in the form of additional mega that it can swing for damage on its own, and not having to combo with Marcus Damon. So just playing another additional mega. You don't have to play this if you don't want to. You can literally just focus on the Shinegreymon, do perfectly fine. But I wanted to have another Shinegreymon deck. For the level 7s, we're just playing 2 copies of BT13 Burst Mode for the OTK finish, and 1 copy of Ruin Mode for the control. If you don't have Ruin Mode, just replace it with the Burst Mode Ace, or you can just bump up Burst Mode to 3. Moving into the Tamers, the heart and soul of the deck is still BT12 Marcus Damon. 4 of, we have to play 4 of this. This is literally the guy that's attacking your opponent's security, as well as evolving your Digimon for free. We're playing 2 copies of the Mem Setter, and we're from BT13, and 2 copies of the Piercing, Granter, and further DP buff, and a little bit of additional memory from BT21. And now the card that literally just kind of like brings this deck back into the spotlight. Kind of like essentially lets this deck shine again, pun intended, is 4 copies of Digital Gate Open. This card is absolutely insane for this deck, which does suck because this is a tournament entry pack pull that you have to like be lucky to get, essentially. But this card literally does everything for this deck now. It's absolutely insane. It's now your best consistency card in the deck, giving you essentially a double hit most of the time, as you can grab a Digimon and a Tamer, and lets you just play a Tamer for free or 1 memory, which then just gives you memory back. So literally for free any tamer on a further turn. Absolutely insane, this deck. Absolutely literally what brings this deck back into the game. And I really like this card in the deck. If you don't have this though, just replace it with the latest Vermilion memory boost from the latest LM pack, as it searches everything in your deck if you're utilizing this Shinegreymon. If you're not utilizing this Shinegreymon and you're just bumping up the yellows, you can just play yellow memory boost or yellow trainings. They're perfectly fine as well. Then we're just playing 2 copies of Red Scramble. Everything in this deck is red, so you don't have to have any worries utilizing this card. The only thing you can't use this to go into is Ruin mode, but you're using Marcus Damon to go into Ruin mode anyway, so that's not an issue. But that, guys, is the deck profile for Shinegreymon. I hope you all enjoyed it. Leave your comments down below what you're doing with Shinegreymon. Are you enjoying it right now in this format in the in combination with Digital Gate Open? Or are you just being patient and waiting for the next, I think it's like BT23, where we're going to be getting further data squad support as well as the starter decks. I hope you enjoyed it again. Like, comment, and subscribe. Till next time, as always, stay safe. And of course, happy dueling.